Morning. Frosty start today. Snow's crunchy. About 10 degrees Fahrenheit. It's like the first time it's been winter. All winter. Stan's getting the dump truck going. Got a long day of running yellow cooking onions and medium red onions as well. Let's get to it. Stan, what are you doing?
A dipstick.
Stinky truck. Oh, get this thing out of here. Oh. Ooh. Oh, those rotten onions in there stink. Dead fermented onion pile is what this thing goes through all the time. All the time. Thing would not start outside on a day like today. Fire it up, Stan! Leave that door open for a minute, let it air out. How you like my new GoPro? Is it going just as good as the last one? First truck of the day is here. Let's get her loaded up. Why is my forklift not hooked up? That's a tight fit. Loaded. Truck 1 of 6. Plenty more to go. It is getting cold in here, so it's time to close the vents. It's like 25 in here. Okay, hitting the road. We are gonna go check out a Case IH. It's a Trident. It's a much bigger machine than we're looking at, but it'll give us the basic feel for what we're looking for. So, I'm gonna head a can of dog food, Canandaigua. See that? Show you what we're looking at. Alright, we're here. Let's go look at some sprayers. A sprayer. Monroe Tractor. Shit, this thing's big. Rane? What do you think? It looks like a big old sumbitch that we would never, ever have on our farm.
Just a huge machine compared to what we're talking about, but you'll get the gist of it as far as the aim system. This is aim flex. What I would recommend for you guys is the aim flex 2 because of the individual nozzle. Like if you want to put more out on your fence row, or up that by 10%. So this system you can't do that on, but the AimFlex 2 you can. The power's piggyback. So power 1 or one solenoid gives power to number 2 gives power to 3. So
and then it just goes down in series like that.
yeah. On AimFlex 2, you don't. They have their individual powers, so that way, if one messes up, it's a lot easier to diagnose, fix, see what's going on.
Not down
Right.
on the whole one side of the boom because number 4 nozzle went.
Yep.
That'll show me on the screen that like nozzle 46 is lodged open.
Yep. You'll get a warning that with a loud buzzer, it'll say nozzle 46 stuck popping. Also on the coils, you'll see on the end a series of lights flashing. If it's flashing green, everything's good to go. If it's solid red, it's bad. If it's flashing red, purple, that needs to be calibrated.
So overall, what parts of this machine are going to be similar to the 2055? I mean, the rack, or
Okay.
is it just the design of it, or is like they use a similar boom
Yeah,
for
so
everything?
this is a 120-foot boom, so you'll see the main 30-foot or 60-foot part here. That's going to be a little bit heavier on this unit than the 2250, just based on size of the boom. Back rack configuration is going to be the same, and the twin parallel links are going to be the same, so it's going to scissor down the same as this unit. Back rack's going to look very similar, just a smaller
And that's
design.
your tension right there
Yep.
for your left to right pivot.
Yep, and on the
Okay.
2250, you'll have a smaller spring there just based on less weight hanging out there.
You compress that. That's how you adjust it. Decompress or compress.
Yeah, and there's no adjustment there.
Oh,
That's
there
what
isn't.
it is. I tell guys, if you're on flat fields, I promise you could sweep a corner at 15 miles an hour and not have any of this
Yeah.
stuff with auto boom off.
So this
That's a much better
rack
design.
cylinders, are they going to be all the same size?
So
down from this.
material-wise, as far as the way like the parallel links are built and cylinders, things like that, that's all going to be the same. You're going to have smaller springs just based on, we got a 120-foot boom.
All right.
Yeah.
With steel ends, so we got more weight hanging out there, so you don't need that big of a spring.
We're working with a 4630 now. There's 2 shocks, 3 springs, 2 shocks, 3 springs, and a center pivot point.
Yep.
And that thing's like with booms all the way out there. It doesn't hold its own. And I mean, the 4023, they didn't change the design.
Back rack basically pivots like a triangle. So basically it's doing this and this, all right? Where the John Deere's pivots right in the middle.
Right.
So these are very stable. I know you're talking about changing booms, but breakaway forward and back on it.
Yeah.
Pumps are pretty standard. I mean, that looks just like our same pump on our machine.
Yeah, so this is an Ace pump, I believe. When you go high flow, they usually go to an Hypro.
Is it bigger?
It's bigger. Inlet, outlet, hydraulic motor.
Is that 2.5 or is that 3 inch?
That's 3.
You going up, Rane? Is this all fuel or motor?
That's motor on this one. It'd be fuel on the 2250.
Oh, okay.
So there's your.
And a little bit bigger cab, huh, Rane?
Okay, so this right here is all the same as the 2250. Your master spray on, master spray off. This is your auto steering gauge. You have a dial here for your speed, almost like a CVT. So all the way down is 10 miles an hour at full throttle, full stick. Back rack up and down. So you actually don't have a pump switch. It's all done here.
no shit.
Button that I call the auto fold button, up, that's gonna pop it out of the cradle. All right, and then from there, hit this button and hold it, and it unfolds everything. Agitation here.
Literally, I think Case sat in a John Deere sprayer and then said, okay, what are all the things that people complain about? No, but I mean, just the agitation,
Oh yeah.
aggressiveness up here, and that speed control. I mean, there's a lot of nice options.
So here's like your main run screen on your Viper Force. This is where our liquid control is. This is where our auto boom is. Right here is our object pool and what we want to go to.
Yeah. Unfortunately, we have to go back to a part of our job we don't like.
Yeah.
She's a beast, but she's beautiful. Looking pretty good, guys. Back in Fulton, just in time. One at the truck, one at the dock, and one pulling in. There's Stark. Ruh-roh, I think we sold too many onions. What the heck we doing? We're gonna be out by the end of next week. Huh. The rate we're going. Apparently, there's an onion shortage. And we're filling it. Hey Stark, how you doing, Stark? Running the last of these medium reds for today. Next, gonna be medium yellows. Can't get the tops today. I don't know what it is. It's really cool and dry. So they're just like flying through the topper. Usually does a better job. Ruh-roh. Came up 32 bags short. Close enough. Safety first. Bars in. Load is locked and ready to roll.